welcome to Tomb of Annihilation. Joe isn't here yet. If he gets here, I'll add him in. The screen will get all goofy, but whatever. So this group, there's a bunch of groups in the tomb. This group is in level 3. They had been messing around with a room with hieroglyphics in it. And this level has purple moss that has eyes in it that look at you. And sometimes they pop up out of an eye stalk. And sometimes they even shoot beams at you. So I have the map on the screen. I made tokens for the characters. We'll see how that works. And I'm sure they're probably not set up like you like, but oh, I should get rid of Zav's token. All right, let's see here.
Have Zavagor go first.
He logs out. There he goes. Okay, so I'm gonna read you. So yeah, Val, you joined the group. Val, what did you say? What were we gonna do?
Oh, just speed run through the tomb, and she's just glitching through the walls.
That's what she does. Val glitches all the way to the group, looks like that. It's insane. All right, so I'll read you some flavor to kind of get you reacquainted with where we are. This room has got a couple different entrances. Well, not really entrances, but things that connect to it. You had gone in a hallway from the south, and there's this like a jackal mask, and when you look through it, you can see into this room, but into the past of this room, and you watched a dwarf die in here. And so you came around the side. So the entrance to the room is blocked by a big stone block that has like a medallion. It's hard to explain. It's like, you know, if you have a dial and you turn it, there'll be like a cover on it with a hole in it that you can see the number through, you know? It's kind of like that. I'll read the description. They probably describe it better.
And we've got Joe who's going to...
Last time the group was in the tomb. They're on level 3 of the tomb. There's purple molds, got eyes in it that stare at you, and sometimes they shoot eye beams at you. You had come to this room where there's one way to look into the room. You actually see into the past, and you watched a dwarf die. And then you came around to the side entrance, and it's blocked by this huge stone block that has like hieroglyphics on it and a dial. And kind of around, if you look at the map on the screen, if you can, kind of up and around, there's like a peephole that lets you look right at the block. So let me read the actual official description of where we're at here. I'll do the peephole first. The corridor turns sharply to the left. At the corner, just before the turn, a peephole is carved into the stone wall at a height of 6 feet. Now I will describe the stone block. The corridor ends at a block of stone on which is painted a 7-foot-tall, jackal-headed humanoid with a circular gold medallion around its neck. All around the figure are carvings of locusts. And on the floor, there's some of this purple mold, and the eyeballs are staring at you and blinking. So what would you like to do?
Mistletoe looked through the peephole last time, right?
Yes.
Was it this one or the other one?
I know somebody looked through the past. Does somebody want to look through the peephole?
Yeah, I'll do it.
You do it?
I'll look through the peephole.
Okay.
Yep.
So Mistletoe, you look through the peephole, and you see the stone block, and the peephole focuses right on this dial that's on it. There's like an amulet with an opening, and underneath it is a hieroglyphic. It's showing, I think it's a vulture.
Okay.
So Sean, there's a vulture over there. Over here, there are engravings of locusts. Did I hear that right?
It's all on the block.
All on the
peephole
block.
just lets you look at the block, the part of the block. I mean, it's, for whatever reason, the peephole just gets you looking straight at the dial with the vulture symbol on it.
Is there a way to turn the dial?
It does look like it turns, but you don't see any obvious way. Also, when you're looking through the peephole, you feel this sort of like psychic buzz in your head.
Okay. Is that buzz with words, or is it just a little...
It's just like
bad buzz?
Static.
Good buzz? Coffee buzz? All right.
Static, yeah.
I'll move away from the peephole, and I'll refer... Well, I'll tell everyone what I saw. Can we inspect this this stone block? Is there any obvious mechanism for lifting it up in the area?
Mistletoe, you're going to examine the block.
Yeah.
What you see is, on one of the locusts carved on this block, there's a button. Yes. I can describe this. I know it's a little confusing, the medallion thing. The medallion worn by the jackal-headed painting is a 6-inch diameter gold disc engraved with the face of a horned devil, its mouth agape. Lodged behind this disc is a clay dial etched with a hieroglyph of a vulture.
So lodged behind, but inside the block? Am I getting that right?
Sort of, yeah.
And if I were to, can I put my hand through the mouth essentially and to get to the dial, or is that not possible?
Do you do that? Do you stick your finger through the mouth?
I'm asking if it's possible, like
Yes.
to. Mm-hmm.
Good.
I've got a spear. Can we just like jam that thing in and try and muscle it around instead of sacrificing it?
Yeah, I was thinking that. That's a good idea, Zavagor.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you go ahead and see if you can turn that dial a little bit?
Oh,
with your spear.
I almost forgot. So while you're messing around, hold on. I'm sorry, I missed that part. But you hear from back by the stairwell, you hear 3 women screaming, "Ah!" And you hear like, psh, like a roaring noise, ah! And then it kind of fades away for a minute. Sorry.
Great.
Oh, and
Zavagor, they sound okay. They sound okay, guys. Let's put the spear in the hole.
I'm sure it'll work itself
Zavagor,
out.
before I forget, so you are connected still to Iman, your demon lord, right? The fire demon lord. And she's connected to Quayothe, right? The beautiful Quayothe of Port Nyanzaru. Now, Quayothe has succubus sidekicks that are, like, linked to her. And so, basically what you get is, like a really bad, like, 4th generation, like, image in your head. Like, because it goes from the succubus to Quayothe to Iman. Then Iman rebroadcasts it to you. So it's, like, real grainy and, like 160p, you know? So Zavagor, what you see basically is one of her succubi has flown to the city of Omu. And you see the entrance to this tomb is now sealed. And outside of it are, like 50 Chilaxian soldiers from the devil-worshipping nation, and you see addressing them is Wilhelm von Pummel, the bald guy with like the little glasses, and he's got the staff with the demon devil lady on it, and he's got his 2 big hellhounds, and near him is Valeria Asperixis, who's in an argument with Jim Crank, and near Jim is the cat lady, and Nara. You don't see the Ladarius at all, and Nara is missing like half her leg. She's got like a peg leg, and the Jade Raven, or what's their name? The Green Vipers. They don't look so good. They look like they're sick and like just worn down, and they're not happy at all. You know, and Wilhelm or Heinrich von Pummel, he's got his handkerchief over his mouth, just kind of like looking around like that. and so the succubus relates to you that, you know, beware. There's, you know, because demons and devils hate each other. So your demon ally is warning you. Once you leave this tomb, the devils.
I warned the party.
The agents of the devils are waiting for you to steal your gains, your earned gains.
I warned the party. Val, be ready for some puns. Mistletoe, your girlfriend's here. Ramrod, you might need to smash some people coming after us at the end. Which one?
Yeah. So
Both of them.
All right. So there's the dial, and what you wanted to poke it with a spear?
Yep.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Can I like try and like rotate it around, like apply some pressure straight to the forehead?
It does not rotate. Be a spear poke.
I know this is kind of a bad question, but does it feel like it should be able to move? I'm just not able to do it with a spear, or can I not tell at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks like it can move, but this isn't the way to make it move. You might be able to force it, but you might break something. But you know.
Okay.
I think given that we know there is a vulture tile on the floor there, and I think from our first view from above last session, we saw the dwarf. The first thing that he steps on is the vulture, and he's fine. And then he steps on the wrong tile. I think we need to manipulate this dial to figure out, hopefully, what the other symbols are in their order. That's my guess. And if everyone's all right with that, I'm going to try to manipulate the dial with my offhand, so the one that I don't write with.
Go for it. You already got a peg here. Might as well go for a hook hand, right? Like
So you can try to.
Yep.
You gonna try to turn it with
It'll
your
all
left,
grow back eventually.
with your left hand. Okay.
Yeah, I
it won't
guess I'm a
budge.
righty.
It won't budge.
It doesn't budge? Okay. Well, that didn't work. Any other ideas? Do we check our inventory? Did we pick up something that was supposed to?
have we pushed the button yet? Wasn't there a button in one of the locusts?
You have not pushed the button yet.
There was a button. Oh.
Can
There
we
we
all
press-
stand back and spear the button in or something? Like,
Yeah. Press the button with the spear.
Who's pressing the button?
The spear.
Well, who's
And
holding?
then the tomb explodes, right? That's what I'm
Zavagor?
expecting here.
You poke the button.
Yep.
So that big stone block, I believe, slides into the ground. Yeah, sinks into the floor, creating an open passage into the tomb. Okay, ready? Here we go. 4 torches illuminate stone sphinxes crouched in the corners of this 15-foot-high room. The torches cast flickering light across hieroglyphs carved into the tiled floor. At the center of the room, a gold-inlaid funeral barge stands atop a 3-foot-tall stone dais. Resting on the deck of the barge is a small golden sarcophagus decorated with horned rabbits. A dark shaft opens into the ceiling directly above the barge, which is, you actually explored that earlier. There's bats came out of it. I lost my place. Dark shaft opens into the ceiling, while to the south, a corridor is visible through a set of fangs carved into the wall. And that's the thing you looked through to see into this room's past. The skeleton of a dwarf sprawls on the floor east of the barge, clad in a tattered yellow turban and dusty chainmail, clutching a bronze shield. I can show you the handout image of this place.
Yeah, because that'll show the floor tiles as well.
Is that big enough? I know it'll take a minute to pop up, but
Is the dial now more accessible now that the stone block is?
the dial
down?
was on the block, so it's actually underground right now.
Is there any? Well, I know from the panel that we first saw on this floor that it referred to the vulture being the first step, then write the gods, the walk of history tells all. Is there any kind of painting or mural or indicator of the other types of gods that are referred to in this tomb, along with the vulture god?
No.
None. Nothing. Okay. Feel like we've missed something.
One thing that's been bugging me is why were there 2 images of the vulture? Like, why are they giving us that information twice? That's got to be different, right?
2 images.
There's got to be something about that.
Uh,
Because we saw it through the peephole and then also in the block, right?
Well,
On the dial.
the people looks right at that dial, so it's just the one vulture.
I see.
Although now the block is down, so the people.
Yeah.
Just goes
Should you look through the people now, Mistletoe?
Who does?
All right,
Um,
Ramrod does.
Ramrod. You look into the
I
room.
was willing to.
You just see the room, but you feel like a psychic buzz. Like you're tuned into something.
Ramrod, think about vultures.
Like somebody's podcast is starting. Or you're about to broadcast a mental podcast. That's good. Power to the peephole. That person gets inspiration. Unreal. Delicious. Okay. So there's
Okay.
the room. What would you like to do?
Well, this guy made it one step, right?
Yeah, I mean, we can
Yeah.
assume that the vulture is safe, yeah.
The vulture is definitely the first step. Whatever the dwarf is on is not the second step.
Right.
What is the
so-
dwarf over?
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Can we just like pull his skeleton back and then repeatedly throw that onto tiles to try and trigger traps?
But wait, no, wait. What if we all die? Like if everyone in the room dies if one of these traps is triggered?
You know what
Yeah,
would
that's
be
fair.
you know what would be really good if someone in the party had fly, and Val's just gonna cast fly on herself.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
All right.
But we already got to the boat
It seems
earlier
like-
as well.
Meh.
We have to try to. We think that we're going to need to activate the room the proper way in order to open the sarcophagi. Because we did. I put out the hole in the ceiling where we came in from the first time.
Gotcha.
Well, I can at least have a look around the room to see if there's anything that. Any clues.
Val, check
Okay.
out that dead guy.
Gonna
Yeah.
check out that dead guy. So she's just gonna start floating over and hovering above the dead guy.
All right, let's see here. The dead person. It's a dwarf wearing a turban set with a peridot gemstone. I don't know if I'm saying that right. He's got a shield, a belt pouch bulging with what looks like gems or coins.
Need it, want it.
Yeah. Dead dwarf.
Sean, does Eldritch Sight reveal anything interesting in this room? Either on the dwarf or otherwise?
Good question. Eldritch Sight. I don't see anything.
Okay.
Let's look at these Sphinx statues. The Sphinx statues radiate auras of abjuration and conjuration.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Would they conjure lasers out of their eyes or something? Like
I
That's
think
what I'm
when
getting.
you looked through time into this room, you saw locusts. Let me check. I'll read you the death scene again. Yeah. Where are you? Okay. A slab of wall grinded upward, and a dwarf wearing a turban and chainmail creeps into the tomb. He brandishes a shield in front of him as he treads across the floor. A loud click sounds out as the dwarf steps onto one of the floor tiles. A deafening buzzing rises as locusts pour out of the mouths of the Sphinx statues, quickly engulfing him. He tries to fight them off to no avail. When the cloud of insects vanishes, nothing of the dwarf remains except bones and gear.
Okay. Since we looked in the past, I'm assuming we could probably see what tile he stepped on, right?
Yeah, I think he's lying on the one he stepped on. The second one inside there.
And the symbol of that would be?
I don't know, he's covering it. I don't know. It's one of them.
I'm not noticing it like matching up with anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is the foot. It's the foot.
It's the foot!
Yeah.
Okay, so don't do the foot.
So the
So I
black.
started out by stepping on the bird. Hmm.
Could we like wild idea? Could we fly around the room stopping up the mouths of the sphinxes? So
I
they
was
can't
going to
summon
suggest that.
Val, you want to fly over, check out the Sphinx statue? One of them.
Yes, please.
Right now, the mouth is closed of the Sphinx. In the vision, I think it was Mistletoe who had the vision of history. The mouth
Yes.
actually opened, it yawned, and that's when the locusts flew out. But right now, the mouth is closed. And you don't see any specific mechanism.
Right.
It's like a magic.
So-
Can I take some of the rope from her pack and start tying that jaw shut?
Sure. Okay. So you do that. You. Okay. Yeah.
It's going to do that to all of the sphinxes.
So Val flies from sphinx to sphinx, tying the mouths shut. And
Yeah, is it time for a test run? Do we like back up into the hallway, throw something on a tile we know is going to cause problems, and then get fire spells ready in case a bunch of locusts still fly out? I'm not hearing a lot of
Anyway.
confidence in this plan.
Any way to bring that door back up? Perhaps.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
The block? Yeah, you don't.
Maybe the block. In that vision in the past, could you tell if the block went up when he stepped on the wrong piece?
It did. Yeah.
Oh.
Hmm. What are? Oh no. So the blocks that are adjacent to the vulture are what? What are the ones that are besides the foot?
And the tiles?
Yeah, the tiles. That's what I mean.
Looks like from top
having
to
trouble.
bottom, there's some kind of bug,
Okay.
and then an arch or something. Then there's the vulture. Then there's some squiggly thing. Then there's some kind of container. That's the first row down.
There's an urn.
Urn, right?
Have we seen?
There should
Was there
be-
something that we saw these 8 symbols on before? Like, did we get a list of something at all?
No.
No.
And they don't correspond to the trickster gods, yeah?
No.
So yeah, there's a scepter, a serpent, an urn, scarab, foot, reed, serpent, vulture.
So what purpose is the dial serving at this point? Was that just preloaded?
It's under the ground now, so you can't even see it.
Yeah, but like, why did it exist at all? Because we didn't do anything with it.
Ooh. I don't know.
Did the dial have symbols on it?
It had, yeah, it was showing the vulture symbol, but it looks like it could rotate to show possibly other
Yes,
symbols.
it had a peephole in it. Am I correct? And that if there was some way to
Back
rotate
in the hallway,
it.
if you go around a corner, there's a peephole that looks directly at the dial.
Oh.
I know,
Val is going to come out of the room,
Mhm.
back into the corridor, and just going to tell Ramrod, press that button again, and we'll see if we can get that door back up.
Can we all go outside of the room
Well,
first?
the button was in the side of the block that sunk, so you can't access the button or the dial anymore. They're both underground.
Do
So
we
have
need to
no
have a...
accessing that?
It sounds like this is really only going to turn on either... I mean, once someone's in the room, right, that block isn't going to come up again, is the thought. So my question is, do we need to have someone in the room and then shouting back to people in the back? Like, will the dial activate if there's someone in the room that then can communicate, okay, now turn it to bug, and then they jump to the bug one? Like, is that the way this is going to work?
Do all of you have... You all have entities, don't you? So, Mistletoe, you have Gwyn Haruf. You hear like,
Mhm.
ah! Hey, Mistletoe. Oh, that's an interesting room. Then Ramrod, who's in your head?
Nang nang.
Oh. She says, just let them go in and just take the stuff when it's over. Just stay back. Let them. They're not.
Hey,
you know.
Hey Val, you fly in and get this dead guy and bring dead guy to Ramrod.
And Val, you have this like you're not really sure, a wispy female entity, though like a regal bearing inside of you, that you've had sort of ever since you become a tiefling. And she sometimes will ask you a vague question like, should we kill it? You know, she's like looks to you for moral guidance. So she kind of like looks at Ramrod and says, should we get revenge on him for that? Do you say anything to it?
What are we getting revenge on? I'm sorry.
This one, the Ramrod is not giving you the proper respect.
That's just Ramrod. He's just Ramrod. It's okay.
You hear?
Yeah, Ramrod right here. Ramrod can hear you. You fly in and get that dead guy for Ramrod.
And Zavagor, you hear like Iman in your head. Hurry up! Hurry up!
So says the voice of the audience. I don't know.
Quayothe is waiting. The faster you're done, the faster we can move in.
Have we ever, have any of us actually stepped onto the tiles yet? We haven't. We've only just flown in.
Nope.
What if we start on it and maybe there'll be like something will change in the room, and maybe I don't know. I'm gonna step on the vulture tile because I know that's the first step.
So you're going in, Mistletoe?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in.
Where's everybody else when Mistletoe does this? Let me move him
back into the corridor.
Yeah, Zavagor backs up.
Mistletoe onto the tile.
Bye, Garrett, by the way.
Ramrod's right by the door because he wants to get the dead guy.
All right, Mistletoe. Let's see if I can move you.
And I can gaseous form people into the room, supposedly, if there's even a crack between the door and the block.
Just having a hard time.
So if we need to, we can send reinforcements in.
Yes.
Okay.
I had to make you
I'm in the room.
You're huge. Okay. All right, put you in, and Ramrod, you're gonna be right there, where in the entranceway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I might have to make you a little bigger too. Boop. Okay, you're in the entranceway. Okay. Boop. Now the other two. Do you want to be right behind Ramrod, or do you want to go further back in the hallway? That's
A bit further back, I think.
so. Do you want to go over by the peephole, Val?
Be the most important questions you've ever answered so far in this entire campaign.
Let's Val goes back by the peephole. Ha ha ha! What about Zavagor?
He's hanging out near the dial. He's getting ready to just like start turning stuff if he needs to.
Okay, so okay, make sure I get this right. Bunch of stuff's gonna happen. So, Mistletoe,
That's
you walk
reassuring.
in and you step on the vulture tile. All right.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
That one should be safe. Otherwise, the tome is live.
Okay,
to me.
so
Why
Ramrod.
would the tome live?
So what happened, Mistletoe? You step on it, it sinks down. The place starts to shake. Ramrod, make a dexterity saving throw.
19.
Okay, so what happened is the block starts coming back up, and you're standing on it. So it's like gonna squish you against the ceiling, but you're jumping back. I mean,
No, I leap in and I stick to the ceiling.
okay. Oh, you stick to the ceiling. Okay, all right, good. That's right, because you can walk on walls and ceilings and stuff. Okay, so all right. So you and Mistletoe are sealed in this room, and Val, you kind of feel. I don't know. Are you looking through the peephole, or are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Looking
So
through
you're looking
the people at the dial.
So you watch the block comes up, and Zavagor's kind of in the way, but Zav, you can see the dial turns and shows a different symbol. Clink, 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 and it's the dial goes to a serpent. And Val, you're looking through the peephole. Zavagor's kind of in the way, but he moves, and you see the serpent, and you also feel a psychic connection. You can telepathically communicate with Ramrod and Mistletoe if you want to.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh. Ramrod has two people in his head now. Hey, Mistletoe, while
Ramrod,
you're standing there, you hand
I
that
am your
dead guy up to
consciousness.
Ramrod.
I am your conscience.
So I've got like 10 voices in my head now. It's a party line.
Ramrod, your conscience is talking to you.
Oh. I thought you wanted Ramrod to get this dead guy.
I do.
Ramrod, do not get the dead guy.
Don't listen to her.
Okay.
The
So-
conscience, whatever it is.
What's going on? I say telepathically as I realize there's another voice in my head.
Ramrod, the first lesson of Nang Nang is to beat your conscience into submission. So get working on that.
Ramrod, your conscience will beat you into submission if you don't listen to it.
Whoa.
Destroy your moral compass, Ramrod. Set yourself free.
I will beat you with a quarterstaff once you get out of there, if you get out of there alive.
My conscience is more frustrated and angry than Ramrod.
Okay, so you guys.
Ramrod sits cross-legged upside down on the ceiling as he ponders what his consciences are telling him.
And Val's going to say to Mistletoe, I can see that the dial has turned, and it is showing a serpent. I think that's the next safe tile to step on if you can see one of those.
I look down. Do I see a serpent?
It's diagonal. If you're looking at the map, it's forward one.
It's not showing up for me.
Okay, well it's diagonal left to you. You could step on it easily.
All right, I will step diagonally left.
Okay. So you step diagonally left. It sinks in. There's a clicking noise. The place rumbles, and the block goes down again. Is that what we're doing? I'm getting mixed up. But you stepped on the right one, basically.
Okay.
Does the dial turn to another one now?
Yeah. So are you gonna?
Are the Sphinx's mouths opening at all?
No.
As I get.
No. So are you gonna follow the? The block is gonna show you the next symbol. You're gonna step on that. You're gonna keep doing that.
I guess so. Yeah, as long as there's no obvious sign of danger or growing danger.
So basically,
I'll be keeping my eye on the Sphinxes as I get closer.
Step, block, step, block, step, block, right? And so it goes like this. It goes vulture, serpent, door, reed, scarab, scepter, foot. Now the last one is urn. Are you going to step on urn?
Okay. I will step on the urn. Am I getting closer to the boat, or is it just leading me around?
Yeah, you're. Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to step on urn?
I will step on an urn.
Okay. You hear kind of a clicking noise come from the thing in the middle, the sarcophagus thing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ramrod runs over along the ceiling, drops down onto the sarcophagus.
Ramrod, if you touch the sarcophagus, you're going to feel the back of my quarterstaff against your head.
Jumps back up off of the sarcophagus and onto the ceiling.
I'll step up towards the sarcophagus.
Now you've examined this before when you Mission Impossible into this room, right? It's a golden sarcophagus. It looks like it's worth approximately 7,500 gold. It's very heavy.
Sure.
I'm no appraiser.
It was sealed shut, but now it appears like it could be easily opened.
Antique Roadshow.
When you stepped on the last of the tiles, like the lid was like blink. You know, like.
All right. I'd like to peer inside.
Okay, so you're opening it. Bloop, flipping it open.
Yes, I am.
And Ramrod, are you directly above?
Mm-hmm.
And the other two are not in the room, right?
No.
Well, does the block come down?
Quick exit plan.
They can push the button to lower the block if they want to.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They had to do that each time, you know, like all the way through. It's very confusing. All right. Fragile bones are inside, and a horn. And the nasty voice in your head, Ramrod, says, "Don't take that. It's garbage. It's trash."
One of my consciences said, "Don't take that, Mistletoe." But Ramrod's real confused, so you probably shouldn't listen to him.
Okay, buddy.
Mistletoe, I'm Ramrod's conscience at the moment, so
What do you think?
I think. What do you see?
I see some bones, a horn, and if there's anything else, I don't remember what it was. Sure.
This could be one of the trickster gods.
Yep. And we've
you can get Bacon Lady out of your head.
Ramrod.
Not that I don't mind Bacon Lady.
Ramrod Nagna says, "Loot the dwarf. Loot the dwarf. They're not even looking at it.
Don't loot the dwarf, Ramrod.
And we're not going to share any of it. Sharing's for idiots."
If you loot the dwarf, Ramrod, I'm going to loot your corpse.
Jeez.
I'm so confused.
Does the horn look like? Is it like a little
You have
unicorn?
seen a few of these like bunnies with unicorn horns. The Almirages. The bones look like the bones of an Almirage. And the horn looks like the glimmering horn of an Almirage. And you sense magic power coming from it. Unpredictable, volatile magic. Wild magic.
All right, I'll take that.
You do? You take it?
Sounds good.
Okay, make a charisma saving throw.
Fail it.
Charisma.
Take the
Oh, I don't
auto
have any
fail.
bonus for that. So here we go. 12.
Okay, you fail. All right. So Gwyn Harf's like, "Hey, what's going?" And she goes away. Streamers of light emanate from the tip of the horn. As they swirl around you, they form into a spectral rabbit with a single horn on its brow. A female voice whispers, "Quick, quick, let me in. We must stop Asarak." You are now possessed
are
by
you?
the spirit of Aijin, who is fickle and unpredictable and very good aligned. Here's your flaw. You never stick to a plan.
Oh,
Oh,
not
wow.
And like Mistletoe, inside you, you feel like your fast twitch muscle fibers are multiplying rapidly. You now have a dexterity of 23! Your hand-eye coordination is just insane!
Wow.
So many video games played.
Yeah, you could win the Overwatch tournament thing by yourself. And you could do like a backflip just from standing.
Okay. That's wow. This is great.
You could parkour like up a 20-story building.
Parkour.
Okay.
Do it together, Mistletoe.
Cool.
Also, another thing, the horn is a wand of wonder. Oh, is that
What's
my
that
favorite
do?
magic item in D&D? Yes, it is. Oh, okay.
oh no.
So
I guess you want me to use it. But would
Well-
that be part of the plan, Sean?
it's in the module. I'm just reading what's in the book. Oh, I opened up to it. Page 212. Wand has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend a charge and choose a target within 120 feet of you. The target can be a creature, an object, or a point in space. Roll D100 and consult the following table to see what happens.
Okay, I'll use this at every opportunity.
Yay! It could kill
But
you.
remember, you
as
can't
well.
stick to a plan, so now you can't. So
Well, I'll forget, and then I'll remember something. Okay, so great. Now
I just
is
says,
how do
I like you. This is fun.
yeah,
I
this
hope
would be
you
great.
use the horn, and I hope it does something nice for somebody.
Yeah, it probably will. Ijin. All right. Is the stone block resetting, or am I still trapped in this room?
They can, when the block goes up, the people outside can just push the button to lower it again. So
Oh yeah.
no biggie.
We lowered it.
In your head,
You lowered
Ramrod,
it?
you hear,
Yep.
the dwarf. Its coin pouch bulges. Don't you see?
Hey Ramrod, can you swing me over? Can you like help a brother up? And, like I'll reach up my hand towards the ceiling to grab Ramrod if he
Grab.
feels like help.
Okay.
Grabbed. All right, and he can just walk me across the room without having to
Mhm.
worry about stepping on other tiles.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay.
And then yeah.
Hey, kick that dead guy out of the room while you're at it, Mistletoe.
All right, I'll try to kick the dead guy out of the room.
So you're hanging
Doesn't happen.
from him, and you're gonna try to
Okay.
kick the dwarf's corpse
Do you want
And
just
he-
the corpse?
over
do you
the
want to
tile
take-
floor.
Is there something particular that you want, Ramrod? Something shiny, perhaps.
You know, I can just reach in and grab him. It's fine.
Oh, or that.
All right.
So
We
now
don't
you-
stick to a plan now, right? We just get out of the room.
So
And
Val-
Val's just going to grab his leg and pull him out.
Okay.
so wait, you fly in. Are you're dragging him
Yeah.
out over the raven tile?
Can I pick him up?
Okay. Pick him
Okay.
up? Okay. And you fly out.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are back in the hallway, and you're gonna check the dead dude. This is
Yes.
actually a real life character. The guy who wrote this, Will Doyle, that's his fiance's character, the dead dwarf.
Oh.
Isn't that funny? She's 4th edition, therefore, which is like 19th level. All right.
Romantic.
He says it's funny because she would never die in there because she's very, very cautious and she sends like scrying spells everywhere too. So she doesn't. So it's kind of like a prank he pulled on her, I guess. All right, so Bravis's yellow turban is set with a peridot gemstone, 500 gold. Nang Nang says, that turban would look great on you.
Ramrod takes the turban and puts it on.
It looks great. He's got a non-magical shield and a belt pouch. Something's in it. It's closed.
Val is going to take the belt pouch.
Mm-hmm. There's things in it. Gems, maybe? Do you open it?
Yeah, she'll open it.
Okay. There's a diamond worth 500 gold and 2 1-inch diameter crystal eyeballs. 1 dark blue and 1 vibrant purple. And they're quite similar to the 2 that Asana found last time. So you have 4 of these eyeballs total. And the purple mold in the floor like kind of perks up and some stalks pop up and they stare at the eyeballs. They seem very interested in that.
If anyone tries to grab at the pouch while she's looking at stuff, Val's just gonna go like smack their hands. Like, no.
Okay.
Especially Ramrod.
All right, so it looks like you've taken care of room 35B.
Ramrod's distracted by his turban.
He's like, oh man,
He's like trying it on in different ways.
fits so well.
That looks fantastic on you.
Thank you.
And I think I have a map of the places that have been explored so far. Take me 1 second to get it. Level 3, wait. Level 3, yes. Okay. That'll be on the screen in a minute. I'll show you. Some
So
of this area has been
there was
explored.
no other obvious way out of that tomb room.
You have completely... That room you were just in, you've exhausted
Okay.
it.
We leave a note.
Okay. So, when you coming here, you had passed by a bunch of stuff. There was a door, and then back in the water hallway, there was 2 crawl spaces that you could have crawled through that were between the legs of these statues of like some kind of dudes with animal heads. And then you can go further down and go back to the stairwell or keep going. And the map hopefully will be on the screen at this point. You can see. So
Mistletoe, what's the plan?
Plan? We don't need no plan. Let's just keep going and see what happens. Do you like that one?
I like this new mistletoe.
Oh dear.
This is.
I'm
the plan.
very suspicious of this new mistletoe.
Yeah. Zavagor just looks at Val like, it's you and me now. All right, we gotta be careful here.
He's probably
we-
stretching, limber.
We now have a common shield and 2 meat shields. It's fine. It'll all work out.
Does most of the party look like they're going down the waterway as opposed to the other door?
I don't know.
Val will quickly inspect this other door.
Oh, wait, I should say something else. It's not, you can't see it well on the map. Right near where you are, there's actually another crawl space that goes up. So you have a lot of choices here. There's a crawl space, a door, 2 crawl spaces between dude's legs, or you can go down the hallway back towards the stairs. So 3 crawl spaces, a door, or a hallway. I mean, there is a crawl space like right here, just so you know. I don't know.
Can we see anything through it, or is it just dark?
You look in, and it goes forward, and it seems to turn to the right after about 10 feet. It's a very small crawl space, but you can fit in there.
Could one perhaps gaseous form in there?
Definitely. It's 3 feet high and 2 feet wide.
Whoa. Too tight for Ramrod.
I'll try to go in, like, head first into the crawl space.
Okay. You guys see Mistletoe, like, ridiculously nimble, just,
You be careful down there.
Got it.
It's totally dark in there, Mistletoe.
Can't see. I'll just keep on going forward.
All right, so you're going around the corner?
Yep.
Okay, Mistletoe's gone. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
can somebody get me in there?
You really don't fit? I can just form you.
He's a big guy.
Nang Nang says, maybe somebody could oil you up, Ramrod.
Somebody oil me up.
Oh, God.
Please, yeah.
She's like, no.
No, thank you.
You could just go in.
Zavagor like slowly is like putting like a water skin back on his belt. No one saw.
Quio they saw.
Yeah, Zavagor chases after him. He's like, oh, okay, someone's got to be looking after this guy. And
All right, so Mistletoe went in. Who's second?
Someone with dark vision.
Zavagor can.
All right, so Zavagor's second. And then Ramrod and Val are out there. You two going to go in too?
Yes, I'll go up behind Ramrod and just if he gets stuck, I'll just keep pushing.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So Mistletoe. So you go like 70 feet and it turns to the right. Do you turn to the right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Now you have a passive perception. You said of 17. Is that right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you turn once or twice more, and then right just a few feet ahead of you, you see like a seam in the ground, and up above. Let's see if I could describe this. All right. A narrow seam in the stonework. Yeah. Oh, why don't you make an actual perception check to see if you know anything else?
Sure. I get an 18.
You don't know anything else.
I don't see anything else?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to try to scramble
Good
by.
question, Furion. How does he see if it's dark? So I guess
That's
you
true.
You didn't see anything. Thank you, chat. So here's what happens. Climb, 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 climb. All of a sudden, like you get to a section past the seam where the whole place starts to shake and rumble. And like you feel kind of like gravity and you hear like a loud grinding noise. And you all can feel the rumble in the tunnel. And then it just kind of stops. Mistletoe, you're in total darkness. What do you do?
Yep.
Did we just Harry Potter staircase this thing? Like, are we pointing somewhere else now?
You guys are still making your way towards him, so you haven't. This is kind of Mistletoe's solo.
I want to druid shape myself into something that has good dark vision. Can I turn myself into, I don't know, like a spider?
Do spiders have dark vision? Do they?
I don't know. They're creepy crawlies and they get around well in the dark.
Is this a spell that requires like?
It's druid shape.
It's just a power thing. Okay.
Yeah, no spell.
Spider. All right, let's see.
Big spider.
Big spider.
As we're going through this crevice, I guess this walkway, Val has tied some more rope off to one side of the wall on the outside, and is trailing it behind her so that they know where they're. If they need to backtrace.
Okay, cool. All right, I got it. Let's see. Spider. Rug. Rat, spider. Scorpion. Spider. Yes. Okay, you do. You have dark vision. Yeah. Okay. So, as you turn to a spider, and now you can kind of see via spider vision, just like the creepy 20,000 images. Or
8 eyes.
Yeah. So you see the way you came in, right behind you, you just see solid rock, and 25 feet ahead, you also see solid rock.
So I'm trapped.
Yeah. So meanwhile, I think Zavagor was next, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have dark vision, right, Zav?
Yes, I do. Yep.
So rumble. You're like, what the hell? You know, and eventually you get around, and you see up ahead Make a perception.
Yeah, that's a solid 10 right there.
About 15 feet away. Go ahead.
Val can confer advantage to you with some inspiration I've been hoarding for like several episodes.
Nice. Yeah.
If you would like that, I can give you advantage.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, 14.
Okay. Well, you do see about 15 feet
Sorry,
away.
Val.
It's okay.
Just a body just lying there, kind of clogging up the tunnel.
Jeez. Okay.
And I assume by
can't-
now the other two are behind you, like, so the train has stopped. You're all like in this little crawly tunnel.
Is it the same like rough size and shape as as Mistletoe would be?
It's from where you can tell, it's definitely a humanoid corpse, probably.
Okay, Zavagor would just like rush forward at that point, try to figure out if that is Mistletoe or not.
Okay. So, Zav, you crawl in, and Val, you're right behind him, right? So you watch Zavagor pause for a moment, and then he goes ahead, and the whole place shakes. And you watch Zavagor's tunnel, like, slides, like, and you just see stone moving. And after, like, the whole place is rumbling, and you just see solid wall moving and sliding, like, rotating. And then all of a sudden another tunnel appears, and Mistletoe, you're a spider. You feel the rumble, and there's Val behind you now.
Okay. So
Val, there's a spider!
Does the spider have the crown of mistletoe on?
I don't know, does it?
Yes, it does.
It has a crown of mistletoe!
So I'm just like, hey, buddy.
I wave some mandibles at her.
So, Zavagor, you're in a sealed tunnel
Yeah.
with a dead body!
He like turns around as best he can, looks forward, sighs, muscles his way forward to inspect the body.
It's the corpse of a dragonborn. It doesn't have any armor on. It's got a Yakowa, which is a special kind of sword they make in Port Nine Zaru. And this one has magic runes on it. And he's got a Dungeoneer's pack and a pouch with some stuff in it. And a holy symbol of Io, the god of dragons in my campaign. And yeah, the pouch has stuff in it. Do you want to open the pouch?
Yep, sure do.
8 gold. Ivory back scratcher shaped like a dinosaur claw, worth 25 gold. And a red crystal eyeball measuring 1 inch in diameter.
Okay, yeah, Zavagor takes all the stuff.
All right.
He takes all of it. The sword in the pack and the bag.
The weapon is a +1 Yakowa, YKLWA.
Okay.
+1 to hit and damage. So,
I'm gonna go explore the rest of the tunnel. Ever forward.
so you're with Val, and then you just keep going?
I never went back to Val. I kept on going forward.
Val, you see Mistletoe taking off.
Oh. Bye. Okay. Don't die. Please. Also, where did Zavagor go?
Was he back? I don't know. I can't talk
He's
in
gone.
spider form.
He's gone. As far as you know.
Ramrod's pushing now. Come on, keep going.
Stop pushing.
Nang wants to find some
Get
stuff.
into like a fight.
Oh, well, Ramrod's ahead of Val.
Oh. Well, in that
Sorry.
case, Ramrod goes into the tunnel after Mistletoe.
All right, Val, you watch as suddenly Ramrod goes in, and the whole place shakes, and there's another twisting. And Mistletoe, you're just bam! So you get like world far away, and you hear the rumble, and like you see behind you now, like there's a twisting occurring. And so Zavagor appears. He like slides and clank, stops. You see Zavagor looting a dead body. And Ramrod, I think you're all alone in a 25-foot shaft.
Oh, hi, friends.
Well, it's just Val.
Friend.
Hi.
Let's stick a little bit closer together, shall we?
Well, Mistletoe just went ahead. Ramrod is
Hello?
somewhere.
Hello?
Nobody can hear you.
Great.
Have 10 minutes elapsed since the puzzle room?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I mean, I'd prefer for it to not, so I could still have fly.
Oh no, yeah, I think it's been 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you a little map here. I don't know if you need to see it.
Can we tell how the Dragonborn died?
Well, you don't see any wounds on this poor fellow.
Starved to death?
Probably.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
That bodes greatly. I don't suppose
Hello?
Eldritch Sight is telling us anything here?
Huh? Eldritch Sight? No,
No.
I don't think so.
Are there any cracks or seams anywhere? Or is
Yes.
it like solid
Well,
rock?
now, no. Yeah, no seams. It's just 25 feet crawl space, and you're just stuck in it with a dead body. I think.
Okay.
Oh wait, you're the one who slid out. Yeah, that's right. You're out. So yes, there are seams. There's a seam behind you, and 25 feet ahead, there's another seam. Ramrod is the one who's trapped right now, right?
Okay, Val. We're clearly inside of a giant chamber with a bunch of rotating things trying to keep us dead here. I can gaseous form you, and you can get out. Do you think you could accomplish anything being outside of the tunnel space, if at all possible?
It's possible. I've got the rope. I can always throw the rope across to you. If you want me to come over to that side. Do you go over to the other side of the tunnel so that you're away from this moving death trap? And she's just going to poke the floor with her quarterstaff.
Okay, so Zavagor, you're gonna have You said you're gonna have Zavagor crawl past the seams, and then you're gonna poke the floor.
Yeah, so that he's safe.
Okay, so you poke the floor, and nothing happens. There's a little bit of a give, though. The whole floor does kind of like a little bit like.
Can she step her foot on to sort of give it a push, but then like take her foot back quickly?
Okay. You're pretty sure if you activate it, you're gonna because it turns quick. You'd have to pull your foot back real quick, and it's possible your foot could get caught and just crushed.
Yeah. She'll take that chance.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw. You're like,
Okay. Okay, well, I think I'm safe because that was a natural 19, so that's going to be a 20.
All right, so you have to put a lot of pressure on it, but finally it does work, and you pull your leg back real quick, and up there's Ramrod.
Ramrod keeps crawling forward. Thank you.
Can he still go ahead, or can I still see Zavagor over the other side?
Yes, you're all on the same level now.
Okay.
Oh.
So you're gonna go through too, Val?
Yeah. She's going to toss the rope over to Zavagor and Ramrod and just say, "Hold that," and I'm gonna crawl along that.
Okay. All right. So you're all gonna make it past the seam. So Mistletoe, you just took off, right?
Yep.
All right. So you spider your way down the crawl space, and you could see it up ahead. It opens up into that water room. You will emerge from between the legs of that fellow. Are you gonna go into the water room, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll crawl up the wall of the water room and be on top of the guy's head.
Okay.
And I'll just wait for a little bit.
You're gonna wait? Okay. All right. The guy's head. I think it was the unarmed hawk. Oh, it's a female. No. Was it goat-headed males with sickles, possibly? I think so. All right. So you're gonna wait. So the rest of you crawl through. and you emerge in the water hallway out of the crawl space. Let me bring up the map of that thing. Media file. There it is. Okay. All right, you'll see that next.
So did we just do a 360 back to?
No, you went basically.
Wow.
So you went kind of not all the way around, but most of the way around.
We did get to a place we're familiar with.
Yes. So you're back in that water hallway. There is you had passed through the wall of water when you held a trident. Nothing bad happened to you when you walked through it. And if you go down that hallway, there is another crawl space in the wall, or you can go back in the other direction.
Or there's the other door.
I'm staying in spider form and gonna hop on Ramrod's shoulder.
Okay. A spider hops on your shoulder.
Ramrod climbs up onto the ceiling, so it's like spider on spider Ramrod. Anybody get it? No?
Yeah. All right. So yeah. Now there was a door that you hadn't gone through back. You can go if you go back north in the hallway. There was a door that you missed, or you can go south through the wall of water to some other areas. So, which would you like to do?
Do we want to check out that other room first?
Okay.
The spider shrugs forearms.
Forearm Shrug. That's a good band name. Forearm Shrug. Nice.
That is. All right. Remove. All right, we're going to room. That one. 30. There it is.
Let's hope this isn't really bad.
All right, so there's a door. What do you want to do?
Ramrod opens it.
Okay. Ramrod. This chamber contains a stone font filled with a steaming green liquid. Behind it, a shadowy, muscly figure stands at an open door on the far side of the room. The figure's back is facing you. So its back is to you. There's a stone font, someone in the room, facing the opposite.
How big is this shadowy figure?
Over 6 feet tall. It's a humanoid, muscly person.
Val just pokes her head over Ramrod's shoulder and says, "Hello, friend."
Nothing.
Hey,
I hope
she's
we're not
speaking
disturbing
to you.
anything. Be nice. She'll slap the back of the turban.
Spider ducks.
Ramrod's turban.
Okay. So when you do that, Ramrod, you see the shadowy figure ahead of you, like flinch when you flinch, and it starts to fix the turban on its head.
Ooh. Ramrod starts doing
It-
goofy stuff.
It imitates your
Like,
your
Shakes
motions.
his hips.
It does.
Kicks up one leg.
Yeah, it does that.
All right. Ramrod takes a hand axe and throws a hand axe at it.
Don't do that.
It passes right through it, and it also makes the throwing motion.
But we should be able to just walk past it.
So there's this shadowy thing in the room, and then there's this stone font with steaming green liquid in it. And there's a door on
There's
the
like no smell or obvious, like this isn't like a poisonous or vaporous thing filling the room.
No. Nope. Some kind
Okay,
of-
Ramrod takes a step in.
Okay. Yeah, there is no smell, and there is no, like, sometimes when something looks like it's steaming or whatever, it's not hot in here or anything like that.
Okay.
You
Ramrod
step
takes
in?
a step in.
Okay,
next to
so
the pool.
the thing in the room also takes a step forward.
Maybe don't touch the thing. Just saying. You like play Ring Around the Rosie and then back up, you know?
So if I circle the pool down to the south, Does it circle up to the north?
Yes. Are you facing ahead when you do it?
I'm facing at the pool when I do it. Back to the wall.
So you're gonna
So
circle.
its face is towards the wall?
Yeah. Do you want your duplicate to be facing the group or not? Basically is what I want to know.
When I do that, I want it to be facing the wall. I want my back to the wall.
Okay. So basically, you move, and now your duplicate is like right in front of the font with this soup green stuff in it. And its back is right to who is behind, who's next in the room? Like, who was behind Ramrod?
I thought I was on Ramrod's shoulder this whole
Okay.
time.
So you two are
Yeah, you were.
All right.
Val was directly behind.
Okay.
Yeah, and I follow up the rear.
All right. So Val, like, shadow Ramrod is right in front of you. Its back is to you.
So if I make a motion and make the shadow ramrod dip its hand into the pool, what happens?
Okay, hold on. It actually holds the water in its hand and goes up, and the water stays in its hand.
Huh.
So it's kind of got its hand like right here, I guess.
Yeah. So what if I make a motion and have it throw that water against the wall?
Okay.
It just looks like green water. It doesn't.
It's actually translucent. It almost looks like it's half there, half not there. Intangible, just like this entity.
Okay, so it's at the door I came in, and I'm at the door that leads on?
Yeah.
So what if I jump out of that way so that it jumps into the pool?
You want to try to move it into the pool?
Yeah, so I'm going to jump out of the room so that it jumps.
Well, to do that, you'd actually have to go forward through the door, I think, that you haven't gone through yet.
Oh, is it? And that door's open?
You haven't tried it yet.
Oh, the door's shut.
Try the door, Ramrod.
Okay, I try to open the door.
It opens. It's just a 10-foot long hallway, empty. Comes to an end.
Okay, now I'm going to do my trick. I'm going to go like this.
So you want to move it?
Dive into the hallway.
Okay, so you do. It does that, and the soup splashes everywhere. So some of it has spilled out of the font quite a bit.
Or is it standing in it?
It's standing in it, yeah.
Oh. Weird. All right, I go check the end of this 10-foot long hallway.
There's no secret door, no nothing.
Nothing. Does it move as I move down the hallway? Does it get out of the pool then?
Yes. So I'd say maybe a little more than half of the soup has gone out of this pool, and when it hits the floor, it just kind of vanishes.
Okay, so I'll move back and have it try to empty the pool.
Okay. You do that? All right, so okay, so it's empty.
Okay.
I don't think any of you have a van. I mean, Ramrod, you can't see what's happened, but I guess Val, you could see it's empty, but if there's a big lip, you'd have to kind of come closer and look in to see if there's anything in there or whatever. Do you want to do that?
Very tentatively.
You see a crystal eye, an orange crystal eye at the bottom of the font that could easily be removed.
She's just going to mage hand that.
You got a crystal eye! Ding!
Is there anything else at the bottom of the
Nope.
pool?
The entity in Val's head says, that was strange. Iman says, good. Stay where you are. Well done, Zavagor. And Mistletoe, Ijin in your head's like, all right, can we? What? Come on. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tap Ramrod on the head and just go.
Ramrod goes back into the room and does his little around the thing, making sure the shadow doesn't get too close to him, and backs out of the room and shuts the door.
Okay, so you found 5 crystal eyes, and as you back out of the room, the purple mold in the hallway, like eye stalks pop up and like look at you, like, you know, it's kind of really getting a good look at you, you know, giving you the stink eye.
Okay.
Quick question: Whatever happened to our giant coin with the eyes? What ended up with that?
Asana,
Asana
got
has
dungeon
eyes.
lung, and so she rolled it back to the dungeon lung recovery.
Oh, you could have had so much fun down here. That's okay.
I imagine we left her in one of the alcoves in the water room with this thing. And she's recovering.
In real life, she's in Japan, so she can't play this week. She'll be back
Very
next
cool.
time. So.
Well,
Alright.
lucky for some.
Yeah, right. You have pretty much completely explored this entire section of the dungeon, so there's nothing left to check out, except to go down back through the water hallway, where then you'll have a choice of going through another crawl space or down a hallway that leads to the central staircase.
I will scuttle towards the crawlway, and look up at the party.
So you're all going to walk through the wall of water using a trident to safely go through? Okay.
Are there enough tridents?
Well, you can pass it back and forth. You can just throw it back there.
Okay.
I mean, don't throw it point first.
Please don't.
And that's how Zavagor dies.
Ramrod
This is
passes
the
the trident a
squishiest
little
orc.
too hard.
Okay, so
Would Ramrod even pass a trident at this point? That's the question. He'd have to go last.
Mistletoe, you said you wanted to go in the crawlway?
I said I'd go to the edge of the crawlway and look at the party to see if they are scolding me or not. I'm still a spider.
Ramrod pushes the spider out of the way and goes.
So you're like,
Okay. I'll follow.
I would say that Val probably would have untied and retrieved the rope from the other crawl space.
Okay.
Just would have untied it from the point and just pulled it back out.
okay. All right, so there's a crawl space or a hallway, and Mistletoe is indicating that he wants to go in the crawl space.
Yeah, Spider Toe better go first.
Okay.
You can actually see.
Spider Toe, you're going to lead the
Spider Toe and Spider Rod.
Yes.
Rod. So you guys squeak through there. It opens up into a small square room, 10 feet by 10 feet, looks totally empty.
Okay. Perception roll. Is it actually empty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiny room. Mistletoe,
And there's-
in your head. Oh, you have Ijin. This looks like a chamber of respite. People who get tired could rest in here, but we don't get tired.
We should
Okay.
There's stuff to do.
definitely leave a note about that.
Yeah. So people who are tired should go here?
We should move Asana there.
It's actually like it could be used for resting. Like all of the heroes could actually all get in this 10 by 10 room, all just kind of like just talk and hang out while they're resting and
Okay.
Huddle for warmth,
Okay.
like penguins.
This should be the dungeon lung recovery room.
Yeah, there you go. Get a bench, a waiting room, and a receptionist.
Yeah. Little IV unit.
Out of this room is a crawl space that continues on.
Oh. I'd like to crawl through that crawl space.
Now we're gonna get somewhere good. Ooh, hell.
Oh boy.
My
By
mama.
good, I hope you don't mean deadly.
Fun. All right.
Sure, it means only good things will happen.
Bloop. There it is. Bloop. You'll see that on the screen in a second. It's a long room. Now you're coming from the right side where the star is on the map. I will read the description. 2 balconies face each other over a vast pit. Between the balconies hover 5 wooden platforms, each one a disc 10 feet across. A single torch burns above each balcony. On the east balcony stands a rough-hewn, 15-foot-tall statue of a hulking fiend with furled wings and clenched fists. Set into the wall on the west balcony is a rusty lever in the up position. So on your side, there's a 15-foot tall statue of some kind of monster. And all the way on the other side, there's a lever. And in the pit, there's these hovering platforms.
So the lever's on the other side.
Yeah, that's all. Oh, there's
Okay.
actually advice from the spirits, Mistletoe. Fickle Aijin urges you, go pull the lever, Mistletoe. Let's see what it does. What harm could it do? Yeah!
Okay. Yep.
Wow!
Oh no.
I wish to spider crawl across the room, the walls, to get to the other side of the room.
Alright, so
Ramrod's gonna follow.
okay.
Val just looks at Zavagor like, should we let them?
You know, you said it best, meat shield, right? Like, you can fly, I can gaseous form out of here, like, we're fine. Like,
We're fine.
let them do their thing.
Okay. So you guys go over to the other side.
Mm-hmm. Team Ramto.
Oh, let's see here. Ramto. Alright, so yeah, you see, there's a rusty lever in the wall.
Well then, I'm still in spider form, but
What's that, little buddy? You want to pull lever, little buddy?
I
Clang!
nod vigorously.
Alright, so when the lever on the balcony is pulled, the fiendish statue unclenches its fist. Each fist is holding a marble-sized object in the palm of its hand. Each hand. Simultaneously, howling winds rise up and fill the room. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Zavagor is cursed to continually have the worst initiative rolls.
I get 25 due to my newfound nimbleness.
All right. So Mistletoe 25. Ramrod got a 20 total.
22.
22. What about Val?
15.
15 for Val. And what about Zavagor?
5.
All right, so Mistletoe. Let's see here. All right. Winds are howling. Any creature. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Wisdom. Rolled pretty poorly. I got a 9. That'll probably fail.
All right. You suddenly feel.
Oh, sorry, 12. I forgot to add my proficiency.
All right. Hopefully I can find this in the book real quick. Let's forget what page. You feel insanity wash over you.
Insanity.
Madness.
You were already halfway there, Mistletoe.
Madness.
Oh boy.
Which is on page 258 to 260. All right. Toe, could you please roll a percentile die, a D100?
I would love to, Sean. Let me just get my percentile dice. I rolled a 31.
You become frightened, and you must use your action and movement each round to flee from the source of the fear.
What is the source of my fear, Sean?
I guess just the howling winds of the room, right?
And is there any escape from these things?
There is stairs.
Okay.
Lead out.
The spider throws up 6 arms and flails and then scuttles up the stairs.
All right. Oh. So you run up. Right. The stairs lead to a dead end.
Oh gosh, I climb the dead end and pound against it futilely with my...
You notice there is etched into the wall. There is like one of the secret door handles where you could turn it and then slide it aside, but you're a tiny little spider, so.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just banging against the wall, terrified.
For this round, yes, that'll be my action.
Ramrod, make a
Well.
wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That's an 8.
All right, roll a percentile.
Oh, yes.
Damn it, guys.
24.
Oh, you're incapacitated. All you can do is scream, laugh, or weep. Which of those would you like to do?
All 3.
This is gonna last a while, so. All right. Val, make a wisdom saving throw.
We're all doing it?
I want to be sitting cross-legged on the wall while I'm doing that.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'm going to be fine. So 18 plus 2.
Okay. Yeah,
20.
you are not. So, what would you like to do? There's a statue. His hand's open. There's a gem in each hand. There's wind, actual wind, and you hear like insane howling kind of in your head. What would you like to do?
Can I try dispel magic?
Dispel magic. Let's see. Wailing winds.
Val isn't having any of this. She's currently staring deadpan into the camera like she's on The Office.
No, I don't think dispel magic will do
Okay.
anything.
If she can't do that, then she will send her mage hand over to the lever.
I think Mage Hand, what's the range on that? It's like, isn't it like 30 feet or something?
Good question. How long is this corridor?
It's like really long, like 100 feet, something like that.
Oh, okay.
So, what would you like to do?
Yeah, it is 30 feet. Oh boy. She's going to cast Fly and try to fly over. Is the wind like through all the tunnel? Is it like windier at the top or windier at the bottom?
The howling winds fill the room. Okay. Also, you have disadvantage on all strength-based skill checks. Okay, but you're gonna try to fly across.
Yeah, she's gonna fly up like near the wall and ceiling so that it doesn't really matter if she's been blown around.
Okay. You see the platforms are bobbing up and down a little bit. These floating circular platforms. And you're flying. And how far can you fly?
I think that. Good question.
Like, what's your speed when you
fly
fly?
speed?
Is it 30, 60, something like that?
Let me check. So my fly speed is 60 feet.
Okay. So you cast it, then you fly. So this wind just, and you're 60 feet, so you're probably about halfway down the room.
Okay.
Right.
And she's gonna toss an end of the rope to Zavagor and she's gonna say, tie that onto the banister or something.
So, oops. Let's see.
Either that or she would have given it to him before she started flying.
All right. Now, let's see here. You're probably like right there. Okay. And you handed him a part of the rope, and he's holding it, and you're.
Yeah.
So it's only 50 feet long. And what did you want him to do with the rope?
She's just going to say, tie that onto the banister or something, the stairs. Just tie it onto something you can see.
Okay. Zavagor, on your turn, make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 13?
Okay. Roll a percentile.
Oh, dear. Okay.
Val is the only sane one right now.
Or is she the
good thing
only
we have Val with
insane?
us today?
I'd say it's pretty insane coming into a tomb of Annihilation.
37.
37. You are also frightened, and you must use your action and movement to flee from the source of the fear, which is the winds. So I guess you're going to run out.
Yep.
You're going to go through the crawl space into the dungeon lung room.
He just tosses the rope into the pit and runs.
There's
Here,
like
take this rope.
There's like waiting room music in there, like you could just kind of sit down and wait your turn.
They're
Okay.
just like in the fetal position, just rocking back and forth. Like, it's okay. It's safe. This is safe.
So, basically, so next round, Missile's just frightened. Ramrod is, and Val, you're flying through the wind. So, what would you like to do in your turn, Val?
Oh, so, okay. She's gonna just look back at Zavagor like, okay, I guess I have to do everything around here. Just gonna keep flying over to the platform. So I'm assuming that she'll be able to make it because 60 feet.
There's the lever, and
do the gemstones look like eyeballs?
the gems are back the way you came. You were right by the statue.
Oh.
They opened and the gems were in their hands. Yeah.
Oh, so I thought they were over the same side as the lever.
No, the gems are on one side, the lever's on the other. Now, you can get to either side. If you want to go back to the gems, you can do that instead of going to the lever. It's up to you.
She'll go back to the gems.
Okay, so okay, so there's 2 gems. Let's see here. Yeah, they're just like the other crystal eyes. Venus. Yeah. I don't know what color they are, but there they are. 1-inch diameter pearly white crystal in one hand and a scarlet crystal in the other hand. What do you do? It's holding them like, I've got 10.
I guess she'll just go out and grab both of them.
Okay, you just grabbed it. Okay. Okay. Yoink, yoink.
What?
Got him.
One in each hand. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then Zav's turn. And then Mistletoe's turn. And then Ramrod's turn. You know. Then it's Val's turn.
She'll start flying back across to the lever, but I'd probably say that she'd be double moving so that she can reach the other side on that turn.
And it doesn't really matter. The next round you want to pull the lever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just gonna give Ramrod a slight backhand and say, "Snap out of it, buddy."
Okay. So you pull the lever, the wind goes away, the hands reclench, and the 2 people who are afraid of the winds, you don't hear the winds or feel the wind anymore, and so you're not scared. But I think Ramrod is still on his knees, like, yeah.
Ramrod just laughs hysterically as you smack him.
He's technically incapacitated. He can't really do anything. Wow. Screaming, laughing, or weeping. So, Zavagor. All right. So, Mistletoe. What do you do now that you're not frightened anymore? What would you like to do?
I scuttle up towards my buddy Ramrod and inspect him, and
you're a tiny little spider, right?
I'm a tiny. Am I that tiny? I thought I was a little bit bigger, but all right.
Spider, right?
At least a huntsman spider.
Oh boy. They're not small.
Really?
I guess I'll just, I don't know. Can I ball the summer court on Ramrod and try to heal him? Maybe that will snap him out or make him feel better.
Spells in your spider form?
It's not a spell per se. It's a bonus action.
So you're gonna issue a soothing balm.
Yeah, just like 1d6 health and gives him 1 temporary HP, and it's just generally a healing.
Does the balm come in oil form?
No, it's more like a glimmer of Feywild positivity.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you get some balm.
Stars in your eyes, buddy. Jukebox hero.
All right, so Val, what would you like to do? Ramrod's still.
Do I actually have anything that can... I don't know if Dispel Magic's going to work on this. Does it look like Zavagor's coming back over?
What do you do, Zav? You're not scared anymore.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as it goes away, I'd turn around and run back.
All right, so you got to go through the crawl space again, then you come over by the statue, and you see them all the way across. And there's these floating
Oh, hi,
platform
friends!
between you and them.
It's like, get over here.
You see, like 10 feet apart, floating precarious discs between you and them. No wind.
Yeah, Zavagor sees that and says, nah, and just touches himself and turns into vapor and flies over.
All right, your speed's real slow in there, right? So you're just like very slowly. Okay. All right. So what do you guys are at a mode now? You have Ramrod, who's insane. What do you do?
I have no real way to deal with insanity. So other than waiting it out.
Does this appear to be magical
Yes.
in nature?
Yeah, but it looks like this. You know, with your Arcana senses, you're pretty sure you wouldn't be able to dispel it.
Do I think it's something that he could sleep off?
Make a medicine check.
It's my bonus. Oh, pretty good. 17.
You feel like this is just over the short term. He should snap out of it fairly soon. Less than an hour, you would think.
What was up there, Mistletoe? She'll point to the stairs behind them.
I'll shrug and then think better of it, and I'll get rid of the spider form and turn back into my human form. I don't know. I'll go check, and I'll run up the stairs and hold the handle.
Okay. Wait. It's. Can you guys play till 9, or do you want to stop at 8:30? I don't care. I just want to know.
I can keep playing.
Joe,
I can keep playing.
I can stop at 8:30.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
I can keep.
Yeah, I mean, I can. If we need to, I can.
All right. Let's just. All right. Let's just see how the next. But I'm ready to stop at 8:30. Okay. So you run up and you open the secret door. Okay. Room 39. Here. You see this room's a whole thing. A 15-foot wide, 15-foot deep pit dominates this chamber. At the bottom of the pit, an 8-foot tall clay figure stands motionless beside a stone treasure chest. A silver key hangs from a cord around the figure's neck. 2 9-foot tall stone statues stand atop plinths on either side of the pit. A third plinth against the south wall stands empty. One of the statues depicts... One is of Galasis, the god of magic in my game. And the other... Let's see... probably be Mari, the goddess of luck. Yeah. And Galasis, the god of magic, his left hand is held high, index finger pointed up. Mari, her right hand is extended, her palm facing inward towards the night. I'll show a picture of this room. So it's a room with a pit and statues, and there's a golem or something in the pit. It's a whole thing.
Oh, there's a cool little death trap in here, I say. It involves some kind of golem and some statues of gods. Do you want to take a short rest until Ramrod's back on his feet, maybe, and then we'll explore this room?
I think that's a great idea.
All right, good. You do that. I'm going to go forward because that's a plan.
Mistletoe,
What? Yeah?
you get back here right now, young man.
Gonna make a wisdom check. I fail that wisdom check with a natural one. So I'm going to move into the room and just explore and look around while everyone else is resting.
All right.
Val's using thaumaturgy to make her eyes glow and her voice boom, and she's like, "Get back here right now, Mistletoe."
Zavagor offers her his helmet that has like the glowing eyes. Like,
Shunk. Get back here right now, young man.
Aijin says, I think we're going to get in trouble.
Oh, all right. We don't want to get in trouble.
All right.
All right.
Maybe we can jump back and forth across the room while we wait.
All right.
On those discs.
Let's do leaping contest. Let's go.
Yeah. Don't fall, though, because it's like a far fall.
All right. Well, first we'll do some.
Maybe we should pull the lever again.
Sure.
No, I'm afraid of that. We're afraid of that. Come on.
Anyway, so when you go back into the room and you start to rest, after 5 minutes, Ramrod snaps out of it. It's over.
Cool.
So Ramrod's just like, oh. Hey, guys.
Fix my turban. What happened, guys? Ramrod missed it.
All right. We're
You
following
were
the new people.
just a little bit crazy.
Oh. Ramrod falls on the ground and starts going, ah, and he jumps up and says, just kidding.
You know, it was easier babysitting hobby.
All right. So, yeah, there's this crazy statue in the other room. 2 statues. And what looks like a clay golem. I'll point it out. I'll open the door and say, look, see it? It's interesting. Let's go look at it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have the map on the screen, which should help. You're actually coming from the right. The secret door's on the wall to the right. So yeah, ignore the skull on the map. That's nothing. So there's, the stars are statues, and then there's a pit in the center of the room, and in the pit is a chest. And that glob on the bottom part there, I believe, is a platform. Yeah, a plinth that stands empty. So like each statue, the figure is standing on a plinth. There's a third plinth, but that plinth, nope, nothing is standing on it.
And there are other doorways in here?
Yep, there's a hallway that goes that way, and I believe a hallway to the north. Yeah. Oh, so to the north, there's actually like a 5-foot like little alcove, and there's a door in it. Or you can go past this room in a hallway with a whole bunch more purple mold in it. Who knows where that leads? Nobody's been that way.
What are we thinking? Zavagor. I'm not listening to Mistletoe right now.
Ramrod walks over to the platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, no Eldritch Sight being triggered here.
Eldritch Sight. That lets you kind of detect magic, is that right?
Yep. Yeah, it's just detect magic.
No, your Eldritch Sight's like you're blind from Eldritch Sighting.
Oh, wow. Great.
Like crashes
Good
your brain.
news, everyone.
It's too much. You have to hit your task manager and turn it off for a second. Alright, let's see. The statues. Each statue has abjuration magic. An aura of abjuration magic around it. I believe the plinth is going to have some kind of magic on it too. There's some kind of magic on the plinth.
Mm-hmm.
And Mistletoe, you have a super perception, right? So you're going to notice that the statues looks like they rotate.
Oh.
Yeah.
With enough physical force, or is there going to be a lever or a button to push?
You don't know, but it looks like you might be able to just do it. We're almost out of time though, so I just says, "Hey, Mistletoe, maybe we should go down the hallway real quick. I kind of want to see what's down the hallway." And Zavagor says, "That hallway looks interesting, Zavagor. The hallway." And Nang Nang says,
guys.
Nang Nang says, "While they're in here, let's go in the hallway." And Val, you don't hear. You just.
These statues are super interesting, but you know what's even more interesting? That hallway. Should we go look at it?
Yeah.
Ramrod's already halfway down.
Awesome.
Do I?
Okay. The hallway. Right.
Trickster gods are so fun.
I really should be tying rope to all of them to use as child leashes.
Okay. So, the corridor ends at a large door with a round mirror set into its surface. 10 circular indentations, each about an inch across, surround the mirror. So there's this door, and there's like 10 like little slots for little kind of
little eyeballs. Would you say?
Yeah, like eyeballs, kind of like the 5 that you got.
We've got a lot.
Oh yeah.
We got a lot.
So you have 5. Looks like you need 10 for this door.
Mm-hmm. So do we put in the gems we have?
So you do that.
Okay.
I'll put in.
Does it look like they have any pattern they should be following?
Not that you can tell. You put a gem in, and immediately it lights up as it clicks into place. And like the goopy purple moss around you, like eye stalks pop up and start looking around like.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna put the other 4 gems in there?
Definitely.
Sure.
Oh, hold on. You put that one in. Let's see. Okay.
That was not in the corridor.
Are you not? Okay.
No. She's just looking down at like.
Your reflections in the mirror.
Be careful down there.
You put 1 gem in, and your reflections in the mirror. Suddenly, you look like Ramrod looks a little shrimpier. Mistletoe, like your hair is kind of falling out, and you're kind of getting a skullet. And Zavagor, your eyes just aren't really. They're red, but not in a good red way, a cool red way. They're red like, like you drank a lot. You just woke up after 2 hours of sleep. Are you gonna put another gem in?
Do I see
can I?
anyone else look poorly? Like, are we changing in real life, or is it just in the mirrors?
Are you changing in real life? No. Nope.
And if so, do we just let like Ramrod, someone who's physically very strong, handle it, and the rest of us get out of dodge?
Okay.
That feels.
Can you cover up that mirror? You got a cloak or anything?
We could smash the mirrors.
That seems like a Ramrod thing to do.
Mm.
Aijin says, "Let's see what the other gems do."
Ramrod grabs one and shoves one in.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Nine. Well, wait, hold on. You grab the gem. Nine says, "Don't give it your gem. That's ours.
Ramrod goes to put it in and says, "No, Ramrod's gem."
The door should be ours."
I'll
Take
snatch the
door
gem
and
very
put the gems in it.
dexterously and put it in.
Okay. All right,
Hey.
All right, you put another gem in, and you look like now you're skullet. You're bald, and you're looking old, Mistletoe. Ramrod, you're like real shrimpy, and you're like your teeth. A couple of your teeth are gone. Zavagor, like you got like a tank top on, and you're sitting on the couch watching the TV. Your days, your best days are clearly behind you in the mirror. Couldn't keep it
Well, at least
together.
I still got
I
my
guess.
tusks. That's not bad for that.
Can you sense any magic down there, Zavagor?
Turn to Zavagor, yeah.
Yeah.
Zavagor, Eldritch Sight, yeah, there is general magic, but there is no specific thing. You just get the feeling when you put all 10 gems in, this door's probably going to open. And it's probably a big deal, because well, these crystals apparently are spread all throughout this level, and once you have them all, only then can you go into this room.
We've got 6 though, not 5, right?
Oh, you have 6? Oh, okay. So you only need a couple more, and you can go in.
All right. Well, I'm guessing we put this stuff, as many of that we have in, and then maybe some other group will find the rest and go through this door.
Yep.
Do you want to perhaps take it in turn putting the gems in? Because you're not looking so great right now, boys.
So we are physically changing,
No,
or
it's just your reflections.
Just the reflections.
But it does
Okay.
you do look pretty bad.
Yeah, it's all part of the natural cycle of life.
So you're
Fine.
gonna put all 6 in?
Yeah.
All right.
Zavagor defies all fate.
All right. So I guess Zavagor with 6 gems in.
Well, looks like I'm becoming a single parent to a froghemoth after this.
I don't even know. With 6 gems in, Zavagor is gone from a tank top dude watching TV to like maybe this is bad. Like living in like a storage shed, you know, when you get really, Zavagor's in rough times, man, you know. I hope that never happens to me. Ramrod, you're just shrimpy. You got puny arms. Like you're at the beach and some big guy is kicking sand on you, and like the girl that you like is laughing. It's lame as hell, you know. And Mistletoe.
And my 1920s swimsuit barely, like it just is like it's like huge, and you could fit like 10 of me in it.
And Mistletoe, like you're like a 70-year-old hippie, you know, and like people are like, when is this guy gonna grow up, you know? And you just won't grow up, man. You're just wearing your tie-dye shirt, and you're oblivious. It's sad. The whole thing is sad all the way across. All right, so we'll stop there for this time, and we'll pick it up